Morning guys, and welcome to another episode of Fishtopia Vlog. For this episode, I'm going to share to you how to no longer do a daily partial water change. No, as we know, of course, water change can be really hard, especially when we're working. We come back from work and we're so tired, and we no longer can do the water change. So I will share to you in this episode how I managed to come up with an idea that allows me to no longer do water change in my aquarium. And of course, for me to do that, I need to use a system that allows me to gradually replenish the water. And this is what we call the drip system. But of course, by using a PVC overflow. Now remember that a drip system requires an overflow or the control of where you want to your output of water goes. So simply put, a drip system is just a simple system that you will add water in your aquarium in small amount 24 hours a day, and then to make sure that the output of the water can go out somewhere that doesn't really bother you, or it can be actually be recycled. For this system to work, what you actually need is a good water source. Okay, firstly, a good water source. Now, where can we get a good water source? Number one, of course, if you have a flowing water coming from the mountains or wherever your place is, you can use that. If you have also a deep well, you can also use that, so long it has pressure in it. Like there's a uh, mechanical contraption to allow you to have that water source. Or lastly is tap water, or water coming from the water district or your local water district. So second is this device right here. It's actually a faucet filter, just to ensure that wherever your water source will be, you will have at least a preliminary filtration for that water. This is to ensure that your fish will be safe. No? So I like this filter because it actually has a carbon in it and a magnet, and also I'm not sure what this balls right here are, but I'm sure it's going to filter the water well. Okay. Okay. And then lastly, of course, this is what we call a PVC overflow. Now this idea actually came to me. I've already used this, and this is commonly used in sump filter. If you don't know what a sump filter is, it's simple. It's a filtration system that allows you to, uh, you know, uh, lessen the space of your aquarium because your motor or the water pump is placed below where the filtration is, right? So this idea is actually came from this design came from Joey, the DIY king. Actually, I saw that video and it was 10 years ago, and I thought to myself that I was also, and I saw that maybe when he made that, it was still 1 year, and now it's already been 10 years. So I've actually placed a link in this description so that you can know how to build this. But of course, I added some modification on his design. So one modification is the strainer right here. So this strainer can actually allow me to not really harm the fish, because sometimes the overflow can, maybe the fish can go in and then it gets sucked inside our overflow. So there should be a strainer right here. And also, I no longer put, if you see the video, they actually drill a hole somewhere here to remove the air inside. So I've actually managed to bypass that method and do something for myself. So I will be showing you how I install this, and also this. Of course, it's very simple. You just need to attach this to your faucet, right? So how I install this and this to uh, to to so that we can start with the drip system. Okay, so by the way, the drip system allows me to no longer do water change on a daily basis. Okay, and the drip system is actually commonly used in ponds and big volumes of water, because just imagine water changing those types of water container. So much volume of water will be needed, so it's so much work. So for them, they need to use an overflow system. And for us, of course, in the aquarium, the drip system uh, sometimes can't be applied, because for many, they don't really have access to drill. The overflow system can only work if there's actually an output of what controlled output of water. So what others do is that they drill a hole on the top corner of their aquarium. So we can't do that, and most aquariums can't do that, because one thing is that it's risky to really drill a hole, especially on glass. So for this system, it removes that risk, and also it allows you to no longer need to do water change. Okay. So before starting our this system, we need first to what you call this to fill this up with water. Okay, with water. So that's the bypass that I discovered. Or I changed from the way they actually use this PVC overflow. This is the bypass. Okay, I will show you. So all we need to do in order for us to remove the air inside this PVC overflow is that we put water inside. Strong pressure is needed in order for us to push out the air inside the PVC overflow. And since it's hard for me to put water while doing this video, I'm just going to show you after I put in water. So now this PVC overflow is filled with water inside. So as you can see, I've already placed water here. So there should be water on these pipes right here. Now this is how the PVC overflow actually works. And we'll put this strainer back in so that we can install this in our tank. So to install this PVC overflow in our tank, all we need to do is to put it in right like this, okay, like that, and then just allow it to really submerge in, right? So as you can see here, there's already water flowing out of it. Actually, this is an excess water. Okay, this is an excess water coming out from the tank. So the overflow has already started. So anything that goes beyond this this level right here comes out, okay, comes out on the other side right here. So we can actually put an extension here so that we can allow the water to go in our trapal pond, so the water can be recycled, right? So let's put this cup back on this strainer right here. Okay, so that's how it works, the overflow. So if there's no water, additional water that comes in, of course the water stops at the level of where the strainer is, right? So it stops. So right now there's no longer that much water or excess water in the aquarium. So the next thing we will do is to install this small faucet filter in our faucet. By the way guys, I've already installed this faucet before actually before I even set up all this tank. So what we need to do now guys to finalize the final step in the drip system is to just open up a little bit of this faucet. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, it's too strong. Just a little bit, just like that. So it may not be much, as you can see here. It may not be much of water, but if you measure that on a 24 hours basis, I can assure you that we will be changing water, 100% of water on a daily basis with just that drip. So the idea here is that that drip will continually remove or replenish this aquarium, and then the overflow here will remove the excess water. So that's the old water, right? So we have constantly we are able to constantly replenish the water for the fish. Okay, so that's the whole system. Actually, if you put in this kind of system right here, we may no longer need our filtration. Okay, we may no longer need, but for this I still want my filtration to function, just to remove some waste in the water. But this is just an added measurement, added feature on this tank, so that my fish can grow really well. So I think that's it for this video, and I hope you learned something from this video. And if you like our videos and you haven't subscribed yet, you can click the subscribe button below for more updates on our channel. So again, thank you guys for watching, and happy fish keeping.